RadioPublic.TV.
Y'all see them black leaders and them black kings, y'all need to get up on who them is. If y'all don't know who them people is, man, allow us to educate you. It's the Keep It P podcast. Let's go.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Yes, sir. Von Savage, Jay Lava. That's right. Support that merch, man. Y'all see them masks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see them shirts. You feel what I'm saying? Them sweaters and t-shirts. We got t-shirts, sweaters, neck gaultiers, all that. Stickers, posters. Your mom.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Get that official FBA cut the check for the movement. Y'all see us the morning drip, 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, weekdays.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Friend that tell a enemy.
You feel me? Next up is the Nooner.
It's the Nooner.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh yeah, it's going down.
Really, nigga?
Yeah, nigga, don't question me. It's the Keep It P podcast, cuz.
Hey, boy, the nigga whole style is chunk.
And we're gonna do it a little different than we do it any other morning. You know, when it's time to get ready for the show, we gotta do that countdown. Y'all ready to count down to get it started, to get it going? It go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It's the Keep It P podcast. Yep, and we in here. Loading it up. Dr. Green is having Taco Tuesday live, made with 100% pure THC. Happy 420, Dr. Green, my man Dr. Green, also Boss 3NT Clothing, where you get that straight up boss gear. Don't forget to put your links in the description, OG. And I'm definitely coming to ride down on you today. I already know the festivity is gonna be lovely on your green thumb face ass side of the game. He keeps that fire. Yeah, it's real out here, man. CFC, where you checking in from? As soon as you comment, you become family. So we need to know who you is and where you're tapping in from. Yeah, they've been looking for a reason, fam. This little war thing ain't just started. It's been going on. It's just everybody else been getting privy to it. But check this out, man. Let me go ahead and introduce our show. Let me get right here. It's J Live, Keep It P podcast, where we take news, situations, everyday occurrences, and we show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P. Always being joined by the one that's keeping it T. T. Introduce yourself.
For the record, though. Hashtag TZ Von Savage in the place to be.
Oh, okay, I got you just in time.
MC.
They almost didn't see your b-boy stand, son. I had to get you.
Oh no!
I had to get it. I had to get in there.
B-boy stands, fam.
Hey, cousin Canada, shout out Canada, man. Canada.
Shout out Canada.
But you know, Canada's real big. What Providence are you in? You from the 6th?
Canada, no. This a bad boy. This the b-boy stance. Yeah.
Nah, we ain't from Virginia, man. We from the West Coast, which is the best coast.
Self-hug, self-love, y'all.
You feel me?
Make sure you tune in 6 o'clock, Canada.
Yeah.
Pacific time. You can win some of that little hot bread to that cash app, man.
You did.
If you can guess that rhyme that I'm gonna drop.
You feel me?
Man, you know, little journey down the yellow brick road of hip hop.
That's
The
the
golden years.
Hey, y'all hit up Dr. Green 420, man, for all your 420 needs if you're in the West Coast area, man. You dig what I'm saying?
Yay, yay.
Yay. Listen, man. It's a lot of news, so we got to break this out throughout the day because it's so much we ain't gonna be able to give it to them in this one small little sode here. But I'm gonna try.
Fridays, we're gonna have to start going through all the news we missed and start giving it to them.
Right, straight up though.
There'd be so much.
Hey, shout out to the FBA flag. You see that? That's right. We rep it hard, rep it heavy around here.
Yay, yay.
Yay. All right, so we got a lot of palm-colored people acting up, especially on the kid side of the game. But that's not necessarily where I chose to go in today's first comment section. I wanted to touch on the corruption that happens with these police officers out here because, you know, it could be said that, oh, you know, black people commit all the crimes, black people hanging around. But, you know what I'm saying? But it seems like every day there's somebody that's been in jail for 20 years that was innocent. Every day.
Shameful.
Every day we hear about some cop turning off his body cam, just like the cop just did in the Chicago shooting where the female took off and the brother got killed. We're gonna have to cover that too. Minneapolis checking in. Patricia, what up? That's what I'm talking about. See, that's how we like it done. You know, check in. Yeah, matter of fact, drop the bomb for Patricia because she know how to check in. God damn it. You feel what I'm saying? But this one says, and I didn't say it, this is not my opinion, it's the article. Also, let me touch on this real quick. Somebody said in the comments section, you know I want all the smoke, so yeah, I almost forgot about you, but I'm gonna give you your little shine, honey boo boo.
You wanted it, now you got it.
You wanted it, let me tell you. Tasha Johnson said, she said, get too much going on. When do you get to the point? Well, boo boo, this is not a regular read the news show.
Hello.
Okay.
McFlizzle.
Hello. If you know anything about the Keep It P podcast, we take the news, situations, and everyday occurrences. We show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P, which is basically on code, whether it be from the opposing team or on our side. More preferably our side, we talk about B1 issues. So what we do is we read an article and we break it down. We break down the propaganda within it and show you how they try to pull the wool over your eyes. So it may take a little bit for the story to develop, but if you're a true Keep It Peer, you'll hang in there and get it all, okay? Now that
and if you're tired of being walking around with your soul woke behind, but you're walking around with your eyes wide shut.
Just
they feeding you all the garbage. Just keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you.
Even on top of that, it's like, okay, do you want to be informed or no?
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. So it said, now I didn't say this. It says racist Virginia cop planted of evidence. See, who wrote this article? It says racist Virginia cop planted of evidence. Planted. What the hell? What the hell is that? Black man's conviction overturned. Over 400 convictions could also follow. Well, why is it could also follow? Why not they all should follow? Because obviously the integrity of said cop is no good.
Period.
It says due to corrupt police officer in Virginia, more than 400 convictions could possibly be overturned because the officer is accused of making up reasons to pull people over and planting drugs in their cars. Wow.
Breaking news.
Right, for real.
Police pull over Black Americans for no reason. They make up reasons.
Right.
Ooh, ooh, woo.
Did you just come up with that all on your own?
Oh my good. Hello. Lizzo. Come on, man.
It says an innocent black man who was in prison for 26 years, just got done from speaking about that, on death row has been released after having his innocence proven. According to the Innocence Project, Eddie Lee Howard was exonerated after his prison term on June 8th. Howard was tried and sentenced to death in 1994 and after he was wrongly convicted of murdering an elderly white woman in Columbus, Mississippi. Go figure. Going all the way back to Emmett Till.
Straight up.
The court case was based almost entirely now discredited bite mark evidence. No forensic option in regards to bite marks or strong alibi witnesses, as well as DNA testing of crime scene evidence, including blood and DNA from the murder weapon, excluded Howard from committing the crime. In December 2020, he was released from Mississippi death row. He says, I know they just take a whole life, ruin it, throwing it away. Now, I'm trying to see what the compensation go be. I mean, there's really no compensation for a whole life, but they better tighten him up.
Well, you see how they tried to give my man for 44 years, 40-something years, only $750,000.
Yes, because they have a cap on it. Which means if you had a cap on it, that probably means you do it all the time and you're sick of paying these outrageous amounts for all the mistakes you've been making.
Because I bet if there wasn't a cap on it and you had to really pay like your way, I bet you might think about not doing that.
Mm-hmm. I want to say many thanks to the many people who are responsible for helping me make my dream of freedom a reality, said Howard in a written statement. I thank you with all my heart because without your hard work on my behalf, I'd still be confined in a terrible place called Mississippi Department of Corrections on death row awaiting execution. Damn.
That's cool.
The Mississippi Supreme Court has taken a powerful stance in rejecting junk science on the bias in which to put a man to death, said M. Charles Fabricant, one of Howard's Innocent Project attorneys. He said, I think that was Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan's movie. Yeah, I think so too. Patricia said, I'm confused because I thought racism doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, me too. I mean, yeah, it seems pretty strange. I mean, you know, still stuff like this happening every day, but yet you have a certain segment of our population getting legislation right now, like they're experiencing all the crime and hate. But and
if you noticed, in their situation, it went a little quiet. There's been a lot of Asian on Asian crime lately.
Yeah, buddy. Yep. It's funny how that works.
Real quiet, and I've been seeing a lot of red and pink gang members.
No, not only that though. It's been a lot of Asian on Asian crime, but the cover up been so hard though. They've been exposed, but that's them exposing themselves like they're trying so hard that it's just looking so out of pocket, sticking out like a sore thumb. Like, you know, this article has a lot. Okay, it's not that long. I thought I thought this was slathered with mayo.
Oh, more mayo.
Yeah, but it said Mr. Howard was, I guess one of the lawyers is saying Mr. Howard was sentenced to death based on a unfounded forensics with no physical evidence or witnesses to the crime. Go figure. Look at how that happened. Like Mr. Mike Howard, 21 other men, women on death row across the country have had their innocence proven by DNA, including Kennedy Brewer. Mr. Brewer, who is also a black man, spent 15 years on Mississippi's death row based on a false bite mark evidence. So they could just, I'm white, not say so. I'm white. Wow. I said you bit them. The teeth look like they match, nigga. Get your ass in this box.
So you can just, wow.
The death penalty.
Any bite? I mean, you got all this technology. You got self-driving vehicles, but you can't figure out if a bite mark is from somebody or not?
I mean, that even isn't an excuse for back in the 80s or the 90s either. That doesn't make
Not at all.
There's no
Not
excuse
at all. Just
there.
15 years ago, we were still, listen, there was still good technology. What is we talking about here?
Yeah.
I don't care if it was in the 70s, fam.
Yeah, you can simply bite a piece of paper and like
I mean, that don't even make sense.
you can bite a mold and check out forensics on the bite pattern. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying?
Simple. Like dentistry is new.
Yeah. But all in all, Mr. Howard's case is a prime example of why we cannot afford to use when we can't afford to use it when human error is still so. It's not human error. It's white supremacy. See how they try to. You see how they.
There's the Mayo.
There's the Mayo. The death penalty is still.
Miss Lady who said, "Why get to the point?" This is why it takes so long to get to the point.
Right.
Okay. Don't be blaming us for taking all day to get to the point, and we be skipping some of all that. We be skipping some of the Mayo.
Yeah, if we.
But we just trying to point out, hey, how the dominant society tries to dominate the media.
Yeah, they do, and it's always some shenanigans too, some straight shenanigans. All right, so listen, this one I want I know why you send me articles because I be looking at them like, oh really. So Jesse Waters melts down after Black co-host Juan Williams reality check. I want to see what he said.
You said Juan?
Yeah, is that Kuna Matata Juan? Yeah, that's that.
Hey, oh, Wanda.
Yeah. He's over the top with his Kunin. They got a video actually. I want to see.
Oh man.
I'm actually interested on how this exchange went down. Hold on. So what reality check was this? They always hyping something up like it was.
In the remaining time that we have, I think we'll take it around the table here again just for some final thoughts. And Jesse Waters, shall we start with you?
America can't afford more riots and more looting after the year we've had. We had this pandemic. We have over 500,000 Americans dead. We've had economic turmoil, a crazy election. And just as everyone's getting vaccinated and getting back on their feet, especially in Hennepin County, to have another round of malicious, dangerous, and violent action instigated by the left, by members of the media, our colleagues in this industry, members of Congress who swear an oath to uphold the Constitution, to light that fire while we're in such a tinderbox as a nation.
Hold on. I can't. There was too much Mayo there. So basically, if y'all don't know what he's talking about Maxine Waters going, and I guess they're trying to equate her fight back or justice rhetoric with some sort of like a Trump's rhetoric, which actually incited violence in a riot.
45, please, sir. Orange man, something or the other. You know how they do.
Listen, Patricia, I'm gonna tell you. So this guy is doing this, but I want to see because I hate these slighted little stories. Obviously, this is the Daily Beast, and they reporting on Fox News. So I want to see what they trying to say. Cuz said that was so groundbreaking. How did he check him? Because this is another way where they try to lionize a person and put him out front as if he's really doing something. But this what this dude is saying, he's I
think would be reckless, irresponsible, and set this country so far back, not just in terms of race relations and psychology, but just think about the men and women that live in that county, that live in Minnesota, and the wildfire that it's going to spread to Los Angeles, New York City, here where we are, in Washington, D.C., all across the country.
If you listen,
black is contagious.
But if you listen real close, they'll tell you what they fear. Right?
What's his name again?
His name Jesse Waters.
Okay, Jesse Waters.
So listen, if you listen closely, he told you what he feared. First, he started off by saying that people fighting for justice is heinous and malicious and all of that, right? So he demonized it to the death. And then he said this could catch on in LA and watch, you know what I'm saying? So they're afraid of that energy of fighting back and standing up spreads. That's what he's afraid of. That's what he just said.
If something like this happens and goes sideways, I just pray we don't see violence, because this country cannot afford any more of that garbage.
Well, tell that to all the palm-colored people running up and blopping people for no reason, buddy.
From the FedEx.
Because the
cabinet company.
Has any of the rioters killed anybody? No.
Hello. One of them police just died. One of the police there just died this morning, and they're saying it was from natural causes. But he been shook since that happened. They just convicted one person finally.
Hey, Patricia's actually busting it like super down in the comments. She's getting like the comment of the word today, but in a nutshell, she just basically said, you know, why everybody always talking about the loss of property and all of that and ain't even concentrating on the loss of life. I mean, that's basically what it's all about.
I mean, I just don't understand the bodies over buildings.
Well,
I mean, the buildings over bodies. I don't.
You know, that's what the National Guard is around in Minnesota for too. It ain't like, I mean, yeah, they probably want to try to quell any uprisings or anything.
No,
they more or less trying to
the buildings
protect property.
That's it.
She said we can't afford any more of your kind. And these chains you trying to keep us on as black folks, for real.
Talking about,
you know what? I don't even want to hear what Kuna Matata Lil Jesse has to say. The dude that just came in for him just ruined the whole thing. Just ruined it.
Who's supposed to be giving him the riot act? Who's
the reality check? Yeah, okay. Now I'm
where's
curious.
The check at? I want to know where the checking is at.
Okay, here you go.
These businesses and these people to cross what we just heard from Judge Cahill, which is somehow trying to influence a different branch of government, the judiciary. They're doing their job. Let them do their job, and certainly not wanting to influence anybody on that jury. And have it then become the basis, as the judge said, potentially for a mistrial, given what Maxine Waters had to say. So I think that he was right. I mean, he's the president of the United States. He has the bully pulpit, but I don't think it's the appropriate perch to interfere in an ongoing criminal trial. As for my final thoughts, Dana, I think one of the big factors here that we haven't discussed is the use of cameras. You know, as I said earlier, we always give the benefit of the doubt to law enforcement in this country. But we have gone through a sea change over the last few years because people have cell phones and cell phone cameras, and people have been recording what the police do. And so whereas much of the defense that we heard for Derek Chauvin would have been given even a higher degree of credibility if he's wearing the uniform, there were other officers there involved, the fact that you had the visual, that the jury could see, that the nation could see what took place, could time the extent to which the knee was on.
He's babbling.
I think that has made a tremendous difference, and it's added credibility to the idea that, you know what, the police often go to extremes that are indefensible when it comes to their handling of American citizens, and especially.
Done.
Who was that?
You know that one dude, Juan Williams, that be on Fox?
Juan. Do you know he just was crying about, am I not black enough? You're not. Okay? You're not.
He was just crying?
Yeah, I sent you an article. There's another article about him saying, am I black enough? You are not, sir. Let me just answer it for you right now. You stop. You're not, okay? No, you're not black enough. You're not. It's only black now because it's getting trendy.
Right.
When it was cool to be Latino, you was good with that. You was a Latino.
Right. Juan.
Now that you trying to curry favor now, you see Fox is on the outs with the down ratings. Now you trying to curry favor to come back over here. You're trying to pull a Stacey Dash, and we not going.
Yeah, I seen that too. But I'm trying to see what he broke down. He really just said the total whole obvious, like Duh. They're trying to tell us that our lying eyes don't see what we see when we see it. Like, okay, Juan, you thought that was, now you're some big civil rights leader now, huh, Juan?
I mean, come on, fam.
Get out of here, dude.
That was whack. See, y'all would have fell for the banana in the tailpipe.
Yeah.
That was butt.
Yeah, I'm like, what did he really do? He didn't do anything. There was no try. I got you.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, everybody want to be back until it's time to be black. You sure are right about that, Patricia. For sure. We'll go ahead and leave this one because I want to do a segment of palm-colored people acting real bad with their kids because you hit me with like a bam, bam, bam.
Because it's every day, and people don't talk enough about this white-on-white crime.
Yeah.
There's always, what about Chicago? Well, hold on, dog. What about every day when y'all killing your kids? I ain't even talking about just regular crime. I'm talking about you're killing your kids every day. I mean, every day you got white-on-white crime. A mother, a father taking their own kids out the game.
Now look at this.
Save the kids.
Now look at this. Now, so you see that mother and child there? It says, Alabama mom killed and son 4 badly injured before man confesses to his mother and shoots himself. Now, this is why it takes so long to read an article. Because who is this man? What is this?
Right.
What is this man's relationship to the mother and the kid? Is this one of them out of control palm-colored boyfriends that suggest to their girlfriends to do all type of heinous stuff with their children and the girlfriends actually do it?
Or is this criminal history?
Or is this one that suggested it and she wasn't with it, so he got mad and got rid of them both?
Where's his picture? Where's his family members? Where he went to school at?
This article is so short.
Oh, it's not a book. It should be a novel.
No, you know how I go when this Mayo. Now you can almost tell who did it. Check this out.
Bet he got bail too. They offered him bail, didn't they?
And yes, Perchlin on Twitch, I want to become famous. Yes, I want to buy some followers and views. How do I get started? What you say? Go to bigfollows.com. Okay. I'm gonna hit you up later. An Alabama mother is dead and her 4-year-old is in critical condition after both were found shot at home Saturday afternoon. So Saturday afternoon at home. Who would be at somebody's house at Saturday afternoon at the crib? Like maybe your own house? You don't even get up until like in the afternoon, usually, right?
Hello, McFlizzle.
Okay. We'll see what
this. You got some. I like to occasionally get up and go to the farmers market.
Okay. Yeah, right. The Weather Police Department said 24-year-old Caitlin Jones was a victim of multiple gunshots and stab wounds. John's son was shot in the head. Wow. Well, who does that to the kid?
The kid.
The
dome shot. Atrocious.
Who does that to the kid? Police said the boy is in critical condition at the local hospital. It appears that there was a forced entry to a window on the back door of the residence, police said. Officers went to the Jacksonville residence at about 1 p.m. Saturday after receiving a call requesting a welfare check. The caller said 21-year-old Alex Haynes had confessed to his mother that he killed his girlfriend. Well, why didn't y'all say that in the beginning? We had to get through all of this to figure out it was the girl. I mean, we knew that.
We knew that.
Which also lets me know that the boyfriend is what? Palm colored.
Of course.
Because if he was black, we would know about it. If he was, and he can't be black. Look at this shorty.
But that would have been the first thing in the beginning.
Yeah, it was like
black man is killed. A black man, Alan Trefowitz has been aged whoop-de-woo from such and such Suffolk County, has been arrested on for murder,
Most-
not alleged,
Yeah, what
not
is just
suspected.
no?
He's been arrested for murdering his girlfriend and such shorty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he has a previous record for assault with a deadly weapon, holding a whoop-de-woo to a pregnant girl, and drinking and driving, 2 convictions.
Now check this out. Police said Anniston police officers soon found Hayes, who led them on a high-speed chase. The pursuit ended in a field in Talladega County, where Hayes shot himself, and he later died from his injuries. She was a young girl that hadn't had a chance to even live her life yet, Miss McCleary told WBM. Her son is still ongoing. Mom who loved him had some type of she said, I pray for her family, and I even pray for the boy's family who did it, because he had to have some type of mental illness at age 21 to take her life, and he did. Wow. They didn't put the whole splan in there.
No demonization whatsoever.
Did somebody just pray for him?
I pray for the young shorty that's clinging on to life right now. But let me guess, the assailant.
Nah, hold on.
Is the problem? Oh, wow.
I skipped a little bit, but it says Jones, neighbor Lisa McCleary, described her as an angel. That sounds like a black person. She was a young girl that hadn't had a chance to even live her life yet. Yeah, that sounds like a black person with the forgive. Especially with that, I even pray for the boy's family who did it. Oh yeah, that's the point to this article. There you go. They put the black apologies at the end. I'm telling you, Miss Jones is black.
What?
Miss Jones is black. Her name is Lisa Jones. Yes, she's black.
Almost like the comedian, huh?
I'm almost sure of it, because I mean, why else would they don't put palm colored people, they don't show palm colored people apologizing for nothing.
Right, that is true.
Oh, well, we appreciate you tapping in. We done. We get in and get out. Thanks for rocking with us, mama. Tune in at 12 for our nooner. And then we also got 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at the the Keep It P Podcast Night Edition. So you'll see us going live various amounts throughout the day. Make sure you hit that like, make sure you subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you know when we on and you can tap in. We appreciate you.
Straight up. We 30 minutes in and out.
I'm 30 minutes in and out. And with that being said, keepitppodcast.com, jlava.com, tzvonsavage.com, Pinterest if you got interest, the Black Holocaust, Fact or Fiction, which you can also find on tzvonsavage.com, and then also Melanated People. Sign up. You got to get accepted because they don't accept Kuna Matatas, but you can also do that on tzvonsavage.com and jlava.com, right? And then we also definitely have to cover LaBronda Jameson, who's out here perpetuating the stereotypes of, demasculating black men by wearing dresses and wigs and progressive insurance commercial, which you can find the proof on tzvonsavage.com, just so you know. Peace, blessings, and
love. Aloha.
Right. That's
and in the description too over there, it's a bop. There's also a registry for hate crimes against Black Americans. So make sure you check that out. And there's all kind of other stuff over there: stocks, bonds, free stuff, merchandise,
10% off.
I can't even name it all.
Yeah. Just get with us. Love you guys, man. Keep It P podcast, dude. We're out of here, bro. It's time to go. Take the commercials, though. I'm giving you those as a token of my love and affection. As a token of my love and affection. I really
How
care.
did you know? I do not know, Master. You do not know. You have been to the movies again, I see. Leroy, this is not a punishment. You have touched the final level. You knew without knowing. We have finished our journey together.
Okay, I was in the ditch and I definitely belong here. And now that I'm here, I'ma change the game. I've always been here, I'ma tell you what's wrong here. The industry changing, your content strange. But I'm good, and I'm straight. I'm from the land of the 10,000 legs. I know you wish you could, but some can't. I learned from my mistakes and I done felt all the breaks. Learn to cut the grass real fast for the snakes. Learn to give a little bit more than I take. Too many times I score back, break, pump, fake. Man, I knew it was something, couldn't ignore it, it was fake.
Misconceptions, you thought I would miss my blessings. Serious. Your misconceptions, you thought I ain't never gonna stop this shit, man. Me, baby, you crazy. Look, I was once lost but found me. I had so many people around me, almost drowned me. It astounds me like the level of deceit when your people try to play you like somebody in the street. Like even when you praise him and you try to see him eat. Not to mention all the shit you did to get him on his feet. Kid, the thoughts get crazier. I put him on repeat. Thinking shit was all gravy, but it wasn't really sweet. Even hula hooping through loopholes, working around shit. Even had a nigga try to rebrand my business on some clown shit. Thought I would miss my blessing, my blessing. Look. Even hula hooping through loopholes, working around shit. Even hula hooping through loopholes, working around shit. All of your misconceptions, you thought I would miss my blessing. The ultimate misdirection, you thought I would miss my blessing.
Yeah, man. Now that you've been out the joint about 2 weeks, don't you think it's about time you gave me my money? I told you I ain't had your money yet, man. Fuck you mean you ain't got my money yet? Fuck, everybody know you get the money from that robbery before you went on the date. I told you, motherfucker, I ain't got your money yet, man. Fuck you mean you ain't got the money yet? Fuck you think you is, man? Motherfucking Ron O'Neal or something? What you gonna do? You ain't supposed to be scared now because you got a pistol, motherfucker.
I got the PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, Chime. Hope you got yours, cause I got mine. I'm talking Payoneer, Netspend, Venmo, Stash. Too many ways for you to run my cash. Check, reparation, 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 yeah. Well, if you talking compensation, it's about that time. You get everybody there's about to see it down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. Two steps, come on. Two steps, come on. This is it, come on. Come on. Two steps, come on. Yeah, two steps, come on. Two steps, come on. Yeah, come on. Two steps, come on. Two steps, come on. Yeah, come on. Two steps, come on. Two steps, come on. Yeah, two steps, come on. Two steps, come on.
shawty gotta go, cause you sound to me fast. Probably be here all day if it wasn't for you. I don't mean to cut you off or interrupt what you do, but if time is money, minutes moolah. True. So you know I'm about to ask you like, what you about to do? I gotta go. Gotta hustle to get it. If you ain't talking business, little shawty, you tripping. I gotta go. I really ain't got time. You can holler at me later, shawty, bang my line. Bang my line, shawty, bang my line. You can holler at me later, shawty, bang my line. Shawty, bang my line. Bang my line. You can holler at me later, shawty, bang my line. Sometimes I stare at the phone, and when I think in my mind, I gotta see what you want. Soon as I finish this drink, I'ma leave the club. Think it's one of them nights, man, I need to fuck.